Finally, on the last day of the month of January, Liverpool have finally won a game in the Premier League in 2026. I couldn't continue watching Liverpool play matches in the Premier League and not win games. It was the most brutal thing to watch. But today was a complete performance. And look, building off the back of the 6-0 win against Karabakh, the Liverpool team was actually looking competent going forward. The attackers in this football club actually looked competent going forward. They actually looked like they cared about scoring goals, and they carried that form into this match against Newcastle. And it's one of those matches where everything just goes right, right? Salah becomes the first player in Premier League history to score 10 goals and assist 10 goals against the same opponent. Nobody's ever done that before. Salah is the first to do that. Florian Wirtz, goal and assist in a Premier League game for the first time. Goal and assist period in the same game is a great thing for Florian Wirtz. Ekitike, 10 Premier League goals. He crossed that mark in this match. At this point, he can hit 20. He can hit 20. What a performance from that front line. Even Cody Gakpo, who I've been critical of for many, many months now, even he had a good performance in this match. But we go down 1-0 to Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon, it seems like every time he plays Liverpool, something has to happen. Some kind of bonehead mistake, bonehead decision, or just a goal. And he did that the first game, right? He gets the red card against Van Dijk. This game, first of all, he pushes McAllister in the face in the first half. And then he gets, obviously he gets his yellow card, right? This guy could have got sent off before halftime even came about. But he gets his goal before the half ends, gets his goal, puts Newcastle up 1-0. It's a great finish. I think whenever the ball goes in between a defender's legs, unsights the keeper, doesn't kind of know where it's going, it's going to be a difficult save to make, right? Puts Newcastle 1-0 up. And then from that point on to the end of the game, Newcastle did not do anything going forward. They had moments, they crossed the ball in, but they didn't have any quality chances created from that point on. I think that they didn't have a shot on target the entire second half. It was that just minuscule from Newcastle. Maybe they did. Maybe I'm forgetting one, but it was only one save Alisson had to make in this game. So it wasn't a prolific attacking performance from Newcastle. And Newcastle haven't been prolific going forward recently either. They haven't been scoring goals. They've been conceding goals. They haven't looked. I mean, Eddie Howe drops both of his number 9s. Wissa was Voltemada, and he plays kind of a 3-winger formation, right? Where you have Alanga on the right side, Barnes on the left side, Anthony Gordon down the middle. You don't have a recognized number 9. And I think at certain points in the second half of that game, it hurt them because you didn't have a focal point. You didn't have a guy that you could pound the ball up to, hold it up. I think Voltemada might have been a little bit more useful in that second half, coming on a little bit earlier. Right, he came on, but it was at that point the game was already lost. Right, at 3-1, the game was already lost. But the man of the match, the guy that really broke this game open for me is Hugo Ekitike, who I've said it before. He's become Liverpool's main man in this team. He's become the main go-to guy in this Liverpool team. That first goal, all credit goes to Florian Wirtz, right? Kind of getting the rebound, the play breaks up, he rebounds it, and just drives through, gets past maybe like 3-4 Newcastle players, and then just the presence of mind to find Ekitike. It wasn't like a pass where you just pass the ball into the danger area and hopefully somebody's there to pick up the pieces. No, he knew Ekitike was at the near post, and it's a great pass, it's a great finish. But the second goal is so good. Hugo Ekitike in open space. Hugo Ekitike against Frankfurt, right? Robertson's long ball to Ekitike. He goes in behind, open space, bang. Same thing happened against Karabakh. Van Dijk, long ball, open space, bang. Today, Milos Kerkez, great ball into open, just acres of open space, one-on-one with Malik Chow, and I love the way he kind of slows down and then picks up the speed and just drives with the ball. And that finish is just so, it just reminded me of Fernando Torres against Chelsea. 2007, 9? Whatever year it was, I think it was 2009. It was the exact same goal I saw. What a goal that was from Hugo Ekitike. Exceptional finish. I think the commentators were even shocked that he did that. One one was like, oh, in the background. He wasn't even, it was a surprise to me for that to happen. And then the second half, Liverpool continued kind of building up on the pressure that they applied at the end of the first half, right? It wasn't necessarily a dominant display. Newcastle had kind of, a little possession. There was maybe a 5-minute period when Newcastle just continued pumping the ball back into the box, right? They get a corner, free kick, the ball will come in, Liverpool will clear it, they'll put it back in, clear it, put it, like it was one of those situations where they just kept piling on the pressure, but it wasn't creating any like proper, genuine chances, right? And then the goal from Florian Wirtz to kind of just break the game open. Great interchange, and Salah is so good at this, making it seem like he wants to take on the defender, making it seem like he wants to curl the ball, and then you draw two defenders to you. He does it so often. He did this for McAllister against Newcastle last season, where he draws two defenders and then just lays the ball off to Florian Wirtz, and it's just a perfectly put finish. Florian Wirtz is one of those players that he never strikes the ball. He never laces the. It's also finesse. But look, if it's generating goals, we'll take it. I don't care how it happens. Just score the goals, and that was a brilliant finish. But the match was just crowned by Ibrahim Konate getting that goal after obviously the difficult month that he's had with the passing of his father. That meant everything to me. That was everything I wanted from this game. He was playing an exceptional game up to that point. Clearances, tackles, on the ball, calm and composed. But that goal at the end of the game, and how much it meant to him, how much you saw his teammates supporting him, and the fans chanting his name, and the emotions that poured out of him, like that's everything the Liverpool Football Club is all about. So I was so pleased that he had that moment, and literally on his first game back, with the club, he has that moment. That's everything. That is the crowning moment of this match. But Ekitike, Wirtz, just like these guys are the future of this club. I don't know how long either of them are going to stay at this club. I don't know if they see this club as their dream destination. But these guys, whoever the manager is next season, this is your duo. These are the guys that are going to take this club wherever we're going to go. They're that good. And they've shown it now. I mean, Florian Wirtz, first 21 games for Liverpool, 0 goals. Now in the last 10 games, 6 goals. A couple of assists thrown in there. Like he's fully picked it up. He's finally starting to pay back that money, right? I know people talked about the price tag all season long. Now we're starting to justify the price tag. Now the GA is starting to match what you expect from a player of that caliber and the amount of money Liverpool spent on that player. I see Isak on the bench as well, back in training. Everything's starting to look a little bit positive for this Liverpool Football Club. There's obviously some injuries out there, but things are starting to pick back up a little bit. We have things to look forward to right now. Against Man City next week, it's going to be it's going to be tough. Let me just put it like that. It's going to be tough. But this game specifically, Newcastle, a team that kind of always gives us a little bit of trouble. Obviously beat us in the Carabao Cup last season. It's always going to be a bit of a struggle against Newcastle. They're energetic. They're a pressing team. They come with a lot of energy. But those misses, Bruno being missing, Joelinton being missing, those specific misses really hurt this team. Really hurt this team. They did not have that energy and zip in the midfield that they usually do. I know Jacob Murphy and Joe Willock, they ran about, they tried, but it wasn't the same effect. So for this Liverpool team, finally you end the month of January and you get a win. And not just a win, an emphatic win against one of the top sides in the Premier League. Hopefully this can propel this team now for the rest of the season to actually make a push for that top four, because it's going to be difficult. Chelsea are kind of back in form. Manchester United are back in form. It's not going to be as easy as we once thought it would be, right? So interesting to see how this season kind of plays out from this point on. But this is an emphatic win for Liverpool. A very big and important win for Liverpool. An important win for Arne Slot, because I know they were saying it's going to be here to the end of the season, but I mean, at some point, if Liverpool are in real danger of missing out on the top four, you have to sack them. You cannot afford to miss out on the top four. It's too pivotal to miss out on the top four. So credit to Liverpool today. Credit to Wirtz, Ekitike, Konate, my 3 kind of men of the match. Exceptional performances from all 3 of them. What a win. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you very, very soon. Peace out.